All right, hi Team Inspirology, it's Rachel again. I have lots of fun stuff to go over with you guys today, so I'm super excited. First, what I'm gonna kind of touch on is with the recent news of Peace and Calming and Valor being out of stock and not really knowing when it's going to be back in stock. I know a lot of you have been questioning, well, what can I use as alternatives? So today I'm going to go over quite a few options that you guys can use, and hopefully that kind of helps you guys determine what you maybe already have in your house that you can be using, or what you would like to purchase for your collection to use as a substitute for now until those two come back in stock. So I will briefly touch on those, and then I have a really fun promo or kind of something fun for you guys in the next 2 days to do in regards to that. So I will get to that. And then also I will just briefly touch on the May promotion because I'm super excited about it. I absolutely love it. And I just can't wait. I already set up my Century Rewards and it's ready to go. So yes. All right. So first of all, and I am going to give you a lot of options, but that's because there really are a lot of options out there in regards to what you can use for substitutes for these two amazing oils that all of us just love. So first, for Valor. Um, some of them that I like to use are White Angelica is probably my number one go-to. If I don't have Valor, I always go to White Angelica. White Angelica is one that just helps kind of protect your energies. If you know that you're going to kind of have that, be around like a lot of those negative people, if you work around people that you're like, I can kind of feel that negative energy. The White Angelica is great. It just kind of helps to keep me in my own little bubble. So that's one that I like to wear, you know, not every day, but every so often when I feel needed. And then another one is Abundance. I absolutely love, 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 love this one. I will take this one and just rub it on my shoulders or over my heart. And it's really just more of an emotional oil to help keep me balanced, things like that. So that is another one. The next three are really more of the emotional oils to kind of help if you're using Valor for anxiety, things like that, or more of the emotional aspect of it. You'll want to use, I have Highest Potential, I like to use Magnify Your Purpose, and Envision. So those are three that you can use instead of Valor as well. If you're using it for sleeping, things like that, cedarwood is going to be my go-to for that. So I'll just diffuse it before I go to bed or put it on my pillow, something like that. And then as far as a combination, what some people like to do is take some of the oils that are actually in Valor and then either put them in a roll-on or just take one drop of each, rub it in their hands, and then apply it just like they would their Valor each morning or whatever you're going to apply it. So this is 4 drops of Stress Away, 1 drop of Balsam Fir, and 1 drop of frankincense. So if you guys want to try a combination to kind of replace the Valor, that's what I would probably suggest. It's a little bit easier. Also, you can use frankincense on its own. If you are using the Valor for the anxiety, I would just take 1 drop, put it on your thumb, and then place it to the roof of your mouth whenever you feel that you are coming across those anxiety attacks and things like that. And you can pair any of these up together. to kind of enhance the effects of what you're trying to accomplish. Um, of course, depending on what you're using the Valor for is going to depend on what you replace it with. So, if you need help with that at all, please let me know, and I can kind of help guide you as to what I would suggest you use instead. So, um, inspiration, I guess, is another one that I didn't talk about. I don't have that one here, but it would kind of go along with all of the motivational, emotional oils. So that was about 12 oils that we talked about. So I'll just briefly list them off again. So we have highest potential, harmony, which I don't think I talked about that one. I don't have that one here, but highest potential and harmony are great ones to go to. Cedarwood for sleeping and also to help with the anxiety. Frankincense for the anxiety part of it. Abundance, acceptance, white angelica, magnify your purpose, envision, inspiration. And then the combination that I talked about was 4 drops stress away, 1 drop balsam fir, and 1 drop frankincense. So those are some alternatives for the Valor. If you have questions, please feel free to let me know. We can work through it from there. So lots of options. All right. And then the peace and calming. A lot of the ones that you can use for Valor, you can also use for peace and calming. So that's great. So lavender is going to be my first go-to to kind of help calm, relax. If I'm using the peace and calming for sleeping or any kind of restless leg, things like that, I will try lavender to try and calm that stuff down. So lavender will be my first. Vetiver is also, or vetiver is also a great option. I don't have that one here, but I would definitely look into getting that one if you use peace and calming a lot. It just has that calming effect. If you're kind of high strung and have a little bit of that anxiety, the vetiver is great. And then, of course, the cedar wood is going to be another calming, help with sleeping, things like that. And the frankincense for any kind of anxiety. Rutavala, which is one of my absolute favorites. It comes in this cool box right here. I actually wear this one. Recently, I've been wearing it every day because I just love the smell of it. So it's this cool roll-on, and I just like to roll it on, usually my chest, and then my back and my shoulders and my wrists. So this will absolutely be my go-to instead of peace and calming. And then we have stress away, just to kind of calm those nerves, that kind of a thing. And then if you're looking for a combination replacement, what you can do is 30 drops of tangerine, 30 drops of orange, 20 drops of ylang-ylang, 10 drops of patchouli, and 4 drops of blue tansy. So I think there was about 12 oils for each that I just gave you as options. So I know it's kind of a lot, but there's lots of alternatives. So just to go over again, peace and calming, what we talked about: lavender, vetiver, cedarwood, gathering, frankincense, rutavala, stress away, and then if you want to make your own peace and calming blend, it's 30 drops tangerine, 30 drops orange, 20 drops ylang-ylang, 10 drops patchouli, and 4 drops of blue tansy. So, now that I gave you guys all these amazing options, as to what you can use instead of Peace and Calming and Valor if you were one of those that didn't quite get your order in time, or you kind of rely on those two oils. What I would like to do is for today, which is April 29th, and tomorrow only, if you place an order of any of the alternative oils that I just talked about today, you will be entered into a drawing for 4 fabulous prizes. I'm not going to list what all 4 of them are, but I will give you a sneak peek. So one of them is going to be the Essential Oil Desk Reference Guide. So this is different than your other reference guide that most of you probably have. I don't have mine down here. This is called the EODR. So, and I love to reference back to this one. It's a little bit more scientific. It breaks things down a lot more. It explains things a lot more. It gives you more options. And so this is a great opportunity for you guys who don't have this book to add it to your collection. It's awesome. So this is just a sneak peek at one of the prize giveaways for placing an order before the end of the month. So what do you have to do in order to qualify? All you have to do is make sure that you take a picture or send me or forward me the confirmation email from today or tomorrow when you place your order, just so that I can verify that yes, you did actually order one of the oils that we talked about today, and that it was placed on the 29th or the 30th of the month. And just make sure that you email me or private message me on Facebook, however it's easiest for you, and then I will pick the winners probably mid to end of May, depending on when this baby decides to come. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. I am not sending out an email on this. This is going to be exclusive to only the people who watch my video. So as long as you watch this video, you'll know about the promo, and your chances of winning will be that much higher. So, alright, if you have questions, let me know. So, moving on, we are going to talk about the May promotion. Like I said, I'm super excited. I already have my order set up. So, now, just so everybody knows, the promo is not official until we do get the email from Young Living. So if for some reason there are some changes, we'll know at that point. But as of right now, this is what the May promo is set for. So if you spend 190 PV, you get a 5 milliliter of Actea. And then if you're on Essential Rewards, you get the bonus, which is awesome, and you get the 5 milliliter of grapefruit. Yay! I absolutely love both of these, and I know in one of my videos previously I did talk about Actea. So I like to use this one to help level blood sugar levels. I like to add it to my Ningxia Red in the mornings if I'm kind of feeling a little bit uneasy, or midday when you're like, oh my gosh, I really want that brownie, or you really want to snack on those chips, but you're like, no, I can't. So Actea will help to curb those appetites as well. For anyone trying to stay on a diet or just trying to eat healthier, Actea is great to help curb those sweet tooth cravings or even salty cravings. So I like to just put this one drop, like I said, in Ninja Red or whatever you're drinking, water. Or if you have any kind of yeast infections or UTIs, the Actea can be applied to your lower abdomen to help with those kind of symptoms. So I've taken it for yeast infections before. Alright, so Actea, great, love it. And then grapefruit is one that I love to put in my water in the summertime. It's light, it's fruity, it's refreshing. People like to add it to their shakes, make popsicles with it. Um, if you're looking to use it for weight management, feel free to put, 5-10 drops in a capsule and then take it that way internally. 2 to 3 times a day. Otherwise, just put a few drops in your water, 1 to 2 drops, and it'll help to kind of curb that appetite. You could also diffuse it. It smells so good. It'll make your house smell amazing as well. So that's for 190 PV orders. And then if you place a 250 PV order, you get the $20 voucher. I'm so excited. I love when the $20 vouchers come back. And then plus you get the 5 ml of the Actea and the 5 ml of the grapefruit if you are on Essential Rewards only. So keep in mind too, for all of you that are going to the Great Big Home Experience on May 15th, Melissa had posted that she's going to have starter kits on hand. So if you have members that are interested in signing up and you purchase your order in May and you spend the $250 or more and you have that $20 voucher, that's going to be amazing because she's going to have kits on hand at the Great Big Home Experience, and then plus you have the $20 voucher that you can pay forward and give to that new member so they get the $20 off. So that's fabulous. And then if you spend the 300 PV, you get the $20 voucher plus a box of the Ninja Nitro, which I know I've talked about this in my previous videos as well. I love this for energy boost. It's kind of like what people call a 5-hour energy, but it's natural. It doesn't give you that super high and then that crash. It helps you just think more clear. It helps me stay on top of my game, really. And I can notice a huge difference when I take this. So my energy levels are up. I'm feeling good. I feel like I can accomplish anything. So I love my Nitro. And sometimes I'll add this with my Ninja Red and take it all together at one time. So, and then plus you get the 5 ml of the Ocotea, and if you're on Essential Rewards, you also get the 5 ml of the grapefruit. So, if you guys have any questions on the promo, please feel free to comment on the page. I apologize, the picture, you can't really see it until I get the official email, then I'll update it, but I hope this kind of clarified what the promo is. So, if you have any questions, please let me know, but otherwise, have a great day. See you guys.